welcome back to the channel, Pat's Two Wheels, where we talk about bikes, we talk about trips. Today it's a Honda CRF450RL, and it's what you see here in front of you. I've had it for 3 or 4 months now, put about 2,000 miles on it, and it's really performed well for me. I will talk about the bike somewhat, I'll show you some of the modifications I've made, and then of course we'll go for a short ride. First of all, why did I get the bike? For me, it was something between a full-size adventure bike and a dirt bike, something I could take on trails, I could take on gravel roads, zip around, still be road legal, something bigger than say a 250 or a 300, but definitely smaller than that 1250. So that's what you see in front of you. All right, so let's talk about modifications. There were some things I needed to do to make this bike better for me. I'll talk you through those, show you what I've got. Alright, so let's talk about modifications. So first up is the tail tidy, fender eliminator I did in the back. And really that's just the stock frame and brackets cut off, trimmed down, and then the light was reattached and good to go. So it's a $0 cost there. Let's see what else we got. Adventure spec, top rack, side racks, great place to attach the bags to, and these are Wolfman, and you can just see they're attached here on the bottom, so they're over the top and then attached to the rack. Also, I put on one of these dry spec tool tubes, and you can see that right there, and when it's opened up, basically it's got the tools that I need to do a tire change. And that's what I keep inside there. Once again, hoping that I don't need to do that, but I've got it if I need it. The other thing to highlight, seat concept seat, love the seat. It's about twice as wide as the standard seat that comes on the bike. Giant loop, tank bag. Did ram mounts on both sides. And I've also got enduro hand grips that I attached. And let's see, underneath the seat, of course, and you can't see it, I went with the AIM ECU, and I also did the handlebar controller right there, which I run on 2, which is their enduro setting, which I really like. I've also got an electrical outlet I hooked in back here as well, which plugs into the outlet, which is here underneath the tank. Let's see, what else we got? So I've got the Baja Works short windshield. The thing works great, does an awesome job deflecting the air, gets it up a little bit higher. Let's see, on the right side, went with the aftermarket exhaust from FMF. So you see the Mega Bomb there. And I've got an FMF-Q. All right, let's go for a ride. So these secondary back roads are such a great place to ride. Kind of breezy today, but great temperatures. Today I'm just going to hit some gravel roads for the ride, and then we will do some trails in the next couple days. I want to go up to Virginia Highlands Horse Trail and shoot some video up there and see how it does on the trails up there. But for today we'll just be running some back roads, some gravel roads, thing does so well on these kinds of roads. I really like how the 450 soaks up the bumps. The suspension for me works really well. I've got it softened up. It's great to see how, and you can really feel how it picks up the bumps. And it tracks really well. And it does, it feels like a dirt bike on the street. More so than a lot of bikes I've been on. Always got to slow down on these corners, you never know what you come across. One thing different, I think most people would admit on this thing, one thing that is different, I always start out in second gear when I'm on the road. On trails I may start in first, but second gear is really what you use here on the main road to start. Alright, so what do I like about this machine? It's got that Honda reliability. The power is really good. It feels light to me. You know, I don't need something ready to race. I just need something ready to ride. And, you know, these kind of back roads, some light trail duty, that's really what I'm doing with this thing. And it does it very well. So I like the feel. Like the way it rides, like the way it handles. If you drop it, you know, you're picking up a 300-pound bike instead of a 600-pound bike, maybe. So, I like it. What are the things I don't like? Well, I've just got to say, you know, the maintenance everybody talks about, there's a deer. The maintenance that everybody talks about, it's a lot of work. I mean, oil changes every 600 miles. I'm coming up on 2,000 miles, so yeah, I've done some oil changes, but it's only 1.1 quarts, so it's not a big deal, and it's quick to do, so not too bad. The other thing people talk about is the valve adjustments, or valve checks, I'm sorry. The valve checks are every 1,800 miles, and so yeah, I did my first one at 1,800 miles and the valves were in spec, which seems really consistent with what I'm hearing from other people. So I'm not going to get overly worried about the valve checks. I'll do them maybe now every 3,000 miles or so, but they seem fine. They were in spec at 1,800, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let me see, another drawback would have to be, you know, the investment you've got to make right off the bat to really use this bike, and you really, the seat is absolutely required, and that motocross seat just will not cut it. And the other thing, really, that ECU upgrade really helps a lot. And so doing that, those two things, you know, so you've got to spend, ECU or $700 or $800, and then the seat is a good $350. So, you know, I mean, you got to put some money into it right off the bat. It's too bad these things weren't a little more rideable right off the showroom floor. But, you know, when you think about Japanese 450s, dual sport bikes, this is it. Yamaha doesn't make one right now. Kawasaki doesn't make one. Suzuki doesn't make one. So, you know, street legal 450s, there's only one, and it's the Honda. and it's a good flake. So yeah, it's looking like tomorrow I'm gonna go ride the Virginia Highlands horse trail up in Virginia. A very cool place. It's unique in that it's open for motorcycles from October through March, and only motorcycles with license plates, apparently. No ATVs, no side-by-sides. But if you got a two-wheel motorcycle with a license plate, then yeah, you're fine to ride there. I was there once 5 or 6 years ago with Brian and Ben and had a great time, so it'd be good to get back up there. I'll shoot that video and put it out there for you to see. Once again, thanks for coming along today. Hope you enjoyed the ride. What a beautiful day.